What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Drew's Lab. Today I want to talk about all things related to yard sales and garage sales. So my neighborhood does an annual garage sale every year, usually around the springtime, and I thought I'd take you guys through some of the setup process that I plan to do as I partake in the garage sale with some of my 3D prints this year. And just kind of strategize, ask questions, and just really kind of explore, what garage sales have to offer in terms of a learning experience, and how I can take that experience and use it towards doing craft shows and other shows where there's groups of vendors and a bunch of people come and buy stuff. So one of the first things we can kind of talk about is the setup process. So to start, basically needed to have a date set, like I said, which is early in the spring, is our annual garage sale. And that wasn't too hard to kind of figure out, that'll be the actual day I want to partake. As far as items and things, I have the light boxes that you see behind me. I have ornaments, that are really basically for Christmas, holiday season, and just some other knickknacks that I could possibly sell at the garage sale. I guess there's really not a market in the springtime for a lot of the items that I sell, but as I kind of get closer to the garage sale date, I want to basically explore, new things I can create and find items that have a commercial license that I can sell legally without any kind of issue. So for the display strategy, how I want to lay out my items, like I said before, I don't have a whole lot of items to display, but I figured I could at least use this workbench here that I got from Sam's Club. I can disassemble it the night before and get it set up out in the garage, along with a couple other folding tables, and just use books to basically build up little sections and put a tablecloth over all of it, and then lay my items down on there, as opposed to having just the raw tabletop like this set up. So the pricing is not going to vary much compared to what I have on my Etsy store for my items. Basically going to just have the same price that I offer to online customers for in person for the garage sale. However, I do want to 3D print one of those little spin the wheel prize wheels, and basically have different increments of dollars off that the customer can spin when they're ready to check out. And it'll probably be $1 off, $2 off, $5, maybe $10 off if I sell a light box. But other than that, everything's going to be pretty much the same. Obviously going to try to keep it whole dollar amounts, just for the sake of, giving change back and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and talk about some of the prep work that I've been doing for the sale. And we'll go ahead and start with these business cards that I designed and 3D printed. So on one side, I have my Etsy store name and a QR code that takes you basically right to it when you scan it. And then on the other side, I have my YouTube channel and a QR code to the channel. And thought that was really cool. I got this idea off of somebody on, I think it was printables.com or MakerWorld, but basically took that idea and made it from scratch. And I plan on printing more of these and giving them out during the sale. So that'll be fun. Over here on the right, I actually have price tags that I plan to use for the different groups of items in the garage sale. And I found this file, I think it was on MakerWorld. I'll put a link in the description, but really cool design. The creator made many different increments of numbers that can be printed out fairly quickly. And it also comes with a little base plate with a notch in it, so that the price can stand up really well. But I actually don't plan on using the $1 tags, so I couldn't really think of anything that would be worth printing as far as time and energy that would be sold for $1 unless it was maybe something on clearance, but I don't plan on using the dollar tag. I do plan on using $2 all the way to $40 if somebody buys a light box. So the other thing that I got, and I actually got it from Sam's Club, is this square reader. Now I figured if I could get this set up with minimal effort, this would be a game changer, at least for a garage sale, in selling some of my items and give the buyer the option to pay with a card, right? Or use their phone and stuff like that, instead of relying on cash only. I'm really excited to use this, and I think it was only like 60 bucks at Sam's Club, and I'm sure there's probably some processing fees, but I think that'll be a really big game changer, and I'm really excited to use it. So the last thing that we have on the table here is these, I call them baby dragons. These are the flexi kind of toys that you probably see everywhere, but I actually designed this myself and had to go through quite a few different iterations to get one that's actually worth a damn. But basically, I created this in Nomad, which is a iPad app, and I thought it came out pretty decently. So typically these are supposed to be what's called print in place, and that is basically where you can print it on the build plate without any supports. And you know, when you take it off the build plate, there's no cleanup that you have to do. It basically would just come right off the build plate and just be, you know, flexy like this out of the gate. However, I had some issues with Nomad, and I plan to do a video about it in the future, but I basically had to print it with supports, which was kind of a nightmare to get them off a little bit. But overall, I'm really happy with the design, and I actually have this is what it looks like with it printed with the supports on it. And I was joking earlier that it's kind of like a baby dragon shish kebab, so pretty cool. Wanted to show that and just kind of showcase, you know, what I've been up to the past couple of weeks. So these will definitely be for sale. I don't know how many I'll have in terms of quantity, but I'm thinking price-wise, probably around $15 to $20, to be honest. There's actually a lot of cleanup I have to do, especially with printing it on supports. So maybe I can actually fix it in the app and not have to do supports. So we'll see. So before I go, I just wanted to ask a few questions to the viewers, and feel free to comment in the comment section below. So what items would catch your eye at a garage sale? What 3D printed items that is, and what would most interest you if you were going to a garage sale and stumbled upon a 3D printed item booth? Also, what are your thoughts on having an actual 3D printer in action during the sale? I have plenty of room in my garage, and I have a workbench that I could put it on and just kind of showcase to people, you know, what it does, and just kind of give them a quick, you know, example, or maybe give them, you know, whatever is building on the build plate when it's done. And then I really invite you to kind of share your experiences, whether it's 3D printed items at a garage sale, or if you have actually been part of a craft show before selling your 3D printed items. Really curious to see what people's thoughts are on that and what their experience was. All right, so that's all I had for today. My next video, I really want to talk about either my goals more in depth, or talk about the new workshop that I'm creating in one of the rooms down here in my basement. So thanks again, everybody, for stopping by, and hope you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you later. Peace.